Hello, how are we all? We all good? Before I start this video, I just want to say thank you to everyone, well, those who watched my video, the last video that I've done, and thank you to those especially who sent me the warm messages that you did. It's much appreciated. Talking about the things that I did there are quite difficult, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Are very personal and, well, it's been really vulnerable, really, isn't it? Something I've been learning to do is to be vulnerable and to express and all that sort of stuff. So to do that and to stick it on YouTube like that, and for you to watch it and then send me warm and kind messages is it's much appreciated. It really means a lot. So yeah. So anyway, as I'm sure you might have noticed in the last video, I say anyway a lot. I've come to Cuckmere Haven. Why is that turned off on me? I don't like you doing that. Sorry, technical difficulties. Yeah, I've come to Cuckmere Haven with the intention of, well, I had two pictures in mind. One was a shot of the meanders at sunset, so a high up shot of the Cuckmere meanders. Trying to get a nice sunset. I was thinking maybe a sun star or sunburst or whatever the technical term is. And the other one was trying to improve upon a picture that I took last year, 2 years ago down here, which is where I found a different perspective of the famous lifeguard houses that are at the top, or sit high above Cuckmere Haven. But unfortunately, and I don't know if you can see it, see all that cloud up there? Look at all of that. That's, yeah, now ruining the sunset and the golden hour that I was hoping to get, sadly. But there you go. So now I think today's video is going to be about adaptability. I think, possibly, hopefully, if I can find some of the picture. I still want to get the meanders, and I'm going to, I guess, try and find a way to picture them and make them pleasing to me and hopefully to yourselves with the poo conditions that I've now got. I looked at the forecasting apps this morning before I decided to come here. Well, in fact, I was going to come out early morning and then I was just too tired this morning, but I didn't have the best of night's sleep the night before. I went out mountain biking yesterday, with the lads, and I was absolutely knackered. I woke up this morning quite early with the intention of coming down, but I wish I had done now because it was a really nice morning. But I was just too tired, so I could not be bothered. But yeah, I've come this afternoon instead because I looked at the forecasts, all the different apps that I use, and they were predicting a nice evening, cloud-free, or maybe a few scattered clouds and a nice sunset. But unfortunately, that has now changed, and as I've just shown you, we are now being greeted by lots of heavy cloud cover. Over there looks quite good. Back that direction where I've come from, that looks quite good. So I could have stayed up there had I known, and probably got some nice pictures. But there you go. That's life. Love it. So I'm going to try and adapt. I'm thinking probably in my head right now it would be black and white. If there's some textures in them clouds, which there is, I might be able to get a nice dramatic black and white shot, but I don't know. So anyway, I've got a bit of a walk to get to where I'm going. So I'm going to wander along there and find a spot to take some pictures. And once I've found that, I shall bring you guys back on screen, or me back on screen, your screen, whichever way around that works, and yeah, talk you through what I'm doing. So I shall speak to you in a little bit. Now, I think I found something I like here. I'm not too sure. I think it's going to be one of them ones that I'll take the picture and I'll go back and have a look and see if it's something that I like. But as I said a minute ago, unfortunately, it's going to be about, you can see me, adaptability today. Because, well, yeah, that stuff. Cloud. Load of poo. That was not forecast. Foxy stuff. But I think I've got quite a cool, like, postcardy looking picture thing here, so I shall set up and work with it a little bit, and then I'll get you guys with me behind the camera and we'll have a look and see what we think. Yeah, now I think this is alright. I don't know if you can see that okay on the GoPro there, but it's something. It's not amazing. Well, I like the perspective or the composition. I think it's quite cool. Let me just brighten that up a bit. I'm having problems with my shutter speed dial at the minute. I need to clean it. But yeah, I quite like the perspective. It's a bit like one of those postcardy type shots you see. Now what I have been doing is I've put a polarizer on and I'm just playing around with that. It's having an ever so subtle effect on the clouds up there, which I've now lost because I can't see it because I'm overexposed. Bear with. Yeah, well, it's having a ever so subtle effect, so it's bringing a little bit more in on those clouds. But yeah, like picture-wise, or perspective-wise, it's quite cool. It's the sort of thing I like. I've got like the fence working as a leading line. You can just, if I turn off my doodad, you can just see the meanders rolling through. It's not actually what I come here to picture, but what I've come to picture I don't think I'm going to be able to see, or I'm not going to have a nice enough sky for. The sun is, I don't know if you can see that, bear with me. The sun is starting to peek through up there. Let me just adjust you. It's starting to get through, but I don't know, it might do something. It might light the scene up for me. I shall see. Sorry, excuse me, I've moved this all now. Yeah, back to this photo. I was trying to think of some way to talk you through, but I'm not quite getting what I wanted. I had lots planned in my head of what I was going to say, and that has not panned out. But this picture's okay, I think. I'm going to take it. I'm going to have to bracket this because I left my ND grad back in the car like a fool. So I shall take a bracket. If you don't know what that is, which I'm sure plenty of you do know what that is, it's basically where you take one shot exposing for the shadows, which is what I'm doing now. I'm actually on, sorry, I haven't said that about my aperture's at f11. But what I want to do is zoom out into the distance there and just check my focus. So that's all right. I'm going to have to let this fella run by. I'm manual focusing out onto the lifeguard houses there. Bring it back in. Now I need him to run out of my shot. So I'll speed this bit up. Go on, buddy, off you go. I'm going to try and take one actually with him in it. But he may well blow out. I think my shutter speed's too high. Actually, he's alright. He don't look too bad. Might add something to the image. And then, anyway, so bracketing, and then I'm going to expose for the skies, for the highlights for the sky. Take that photo. So it's important that you keep everything in manual, so you manually focus when you do these shots, so that way that when you stop down like I have here to expose for the sky, that you don't, let me just take that shot, that your focus doesn't change. You know, if you had it in auto, the camera would try and refocus and it would change. But yeah, that's one anyway. It's one, a first shot in the bag. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I'm a massive fan of it. It's a case today, as I said to you earlier, of adaptability. Because, yes, unfortunately, the forecasts were wrong, so amazing. Well, Andy, I could have stayed at home and got a nice sky. Instead, I've taken an hour and a bit drive down here for a not so nice sky. So fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to hang on here for a little bit and see what the sun does. But if not, I'm going to move down. I'm going to try and get this meander shot I wanted. I'm not going to be able to get the shot that I wanted to get down there, which was using the curves of the meander right up close to it, as I think I put on the screen earlier, but if I didn't, I'll put it up there now, leading up to the lifeguard houses. And I was hoping to able to like improve upon that, because I took that with an APS-C camera, my 250D. And now I have a full frame, a 5D Mark IV, and I was looking to see if I could get a better quality image, something I could blow up bigger. But yeah, the sky's not playing ball, so anyway, I'll leave you with that photo, whether it's any good or not. And then, I'll get you back when I find something. Now it looks like the sun might be about to peek through. I thought I'd get you back on. Just waiting really. There's quite a lot of break up there. I think the that last image, because you've got lots of texture in the sky. I mean, if it doesn't work in colour, it might work in black and white. Don't know. One of them things, like I'm really new to all of this still, so I've been doing it like, what did I say the other day? 2 years, 3 years? 2 years. So I'm not like other people you might watch and who can tell you, oh, this is going to happen and blah, 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 but I haven't got a clue. Really, I just enjoy getting out here and doing this and setting things up and waiting to see what happens, but taking pictures and getting them back and seeing what it's like. Now that sun, come on, sun, please, pretty please. I beg you. I'll speed this bit up so you're not stood here as long, or sat there probably watching this as long as I'm stood here. But it does look like, can you see? I'm just going to look at the back there quick. You can see it's going to be really blown out for you, but up there is the sun. And you can see the break in the clouds. And I'm hoping they're all shifting westerly. And I'm hoping they'll go west enough to get a bit of break, you know, so the sun gets through the break in the clouds. I'm hoping. Excuse me, sorry. I'm really hoping. I've still got my thing set up, because I've taken that away now, haven't I, the GoPro, but if the light can get through, it's going to beam down and it's going to light up the landscape down there by the meanders, or by the river, the Cuckmere River. And it's going to make that picture look much more interesting. It'll add contrast and depth and prettiness to it. If them clouds will shift. Do you think they'll shift? Shall I give you odds on that, if they're going to shift or not? I'm going evens. I'm confident. I'm going evens. Though looking at it now, it looks like that darker bit is going to go where I was hoping the lighter bit would go. Yeah. Maybe 10-1. Or 20-1 now. What I really don't want though is I don't want that lot, which you might not be able to see, to come over, because that's just a thick blanket of nothingness. And it won't, well, it may well make an interesting black and white image. I don't think it will, because you need texture. Ah, dear. Right, I think it's about to break through. So I'm just getting a little bit nicky. Put a coat on. I hope you guys can hear me all right still. That, come on now, move, clouds, please. Just give me one shot. I want one shot of light casting down onto my scene, please. Here we go. I'm going to string out a series of shots. Oh God, I really wish I brought my ND filter with me, my graduated ND. I could get all this in one shot. I bought a new filter system earlier, Case K9 I think it's called, because I'm going to take that one, because I borrowed my brother's Lee filters once, which they're fine, they're good, and I'm going to use the actual filter still, but the mount, the filter mount, there we go. There we go. I'm just going to keep taking pictures because it's going to go really quick. Blowing out on the side, but you won't see it right now, but I am getting some light casting in. That's better. Now that looks instantly more interesting to me, to my eye. Everything's lighting up across the back. Yeah, sorry, and I bought this K9 one. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but basically the polarizer is magnetic. I mean, it's not doing anything for me here whatsoever, so I don't know why I've got it on. I just wanted to play with a new toy. But the polarizer sticks behind the so where you would load your square filters, it sticks behind it close to the lens. The idea is it's meant to reduce vignetting. There we go. And reduce vignetting and stop light leak from getting in on some. I don't know. You'll have to read the thing. I can't remember. It's not actually lighting up. See, now I wish I was down there. But that's all right. That's all right. It's cool. We are getting some light coming through. Some casting light. Where was I going? Yeah, so it's just a different filter system. I wanted something new. I wanted to treat myself to a present. And I like the fact that I can adjust the polarizer with this little spinny thing there, rather than doing it how I was doing it before. I had this one here, which again was my brother's that he lent me, and it spins on the doodah, but what I was finding was I kept, either I tighten it up too much and it gets stuck on, or when I was going the opposite way, clockwise when you stood like that. Anyway, I was unscrewing it. I can't get my left and right. I think the light's gone now. And then it was coming unscrewed and it's just being annoying. And then some weird sort of thing would happen because I'd get extra distance between the lens and the filter. It was just annoying. I didn't like it. So this is cool. It's my first day using it. We are about to lose that light. What I'm going to do actually when I've got this, when I'm done, I'll upload 3 of those pictures so you can see the difference. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm getting too excited. You can see the difference that the light makes to the image. Now, right now it's gone very flat. I'm just going to take another one. It's gone very flat out there, and it's just the light, the sun's light. I don't think it's quite gold now yet, but the sun's light adds a lot more interest to the to your lands, to your scene, basically. Golden hour or golden light. I'm really good at this, aren't I? Explaining things. I will get better as time goes on, I hope, on videos at doing this. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I'm waffling. I will try and find another photo to take, but I don't think it's likely. Looking at what the sky is now doing, I think it's highly unlikely, so I'm just going to chill out, I think, here for a little while. It's possible. There's some break over that way. It's just how quick them clouds are moving above us. Anyway, I'll try and anyway, I will try and find another photo, and if I do, I'll get you back on the screen. But if not, I will leave you with these 3 images, and yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. I'm always interested to hear what people say, their opinions on it. You know, whatever it is, whether you think it's a load of poo or you quite like it. I'm always interested in people's opinions. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to go off and have a wander and see what I can find. And if I can't find anything, I'll leave you with those few images. And at the end of that, I've had a really nice walk. I nearly got killed by some sheep. They weren't too happy with me walking through their field. I tried to film it, but it got pretty dodgy, so I didn't want to break my camera. But yeah, I will. I'm rabbiting on, so sorry. I'll leave you guys and say goodbye. Good night, or good morning, or good evening, whatever it is for you. Yeah, so I'm not so sure on this one. I do like the picture. I like the perspective or the composition. I think it's a lovely view, and elements are there that I like with the fence, sort of acting as a leading line or whatever it is that you call that, and the distance out in the background with the river feeding to the sea. But there's a couple of bits I don't really like. It's firstly, and it was the bit I was pining for in the video, was the sunlight. I think when you look at the fence posts, there's not enough separation there. And I'm guessing because of the hue of the sun, the light that's being casted on the landscape, and the fence posts themselves, they meld in together too much. There's not enough separation. And then secondly, I do wonder, I think, is this maybe more of a sunrise spot? You know, for morning golden hour, sorry, I can't speak, morning golden hour light, because obviously we're facing west here, and yeah, I wonder if that would make for a better photo. Not too sure. Like I said, I do like it, but largely I sort of went down there with ideas of what I wanted to get. I couldn't get what I wanted to get because, of course, the conditions didn't turn out how I thought they were going to turn out. So I was trying to make do for purposes of getting a video done. But nah, it was cool. Had a nice afternoon, and you got to do these things no matter what, because otherwise you'll let particular things outside of your control control what it is that you're trying to do, or your happiness, or your enjoyment, and whatever, blah blah blah. I'm sure you get what I mean anyway. It was just good to get out. But yeah, until next time, I want to say thank you very much to all of you for watching and taking the time to listen to me ramble on. I hope you enjoyed it, or at the very least you found it relaxing enough to send you to sleep, or boring enough. Who knows? But anyway, thank you.